I'm gonna make a dessert now called lime pie. Not key lime pie, because I don't live in Florida and I don't have access to key limes, so it's just normal lime pie. Excuse me. The ingredients cost me a total of £3.61 to buy from Tesco's. I just popped down to the shop now because it's just right near my house. The reason I chose Tesco as opposed to Asda, Aldi or anything else is because I don't like Aldi, because people there are scary. And it's just not a very nice place to be. Asda is too far to walk at this time of night. Well, can't walk there from where I live, and Tesco's is just down the road. Anyway, lime pie. I'm going to make, instead of big ones, I'm going to make little ones using these little glass dishes that I've got. These are left over from some desserts that we had. I just keep, they come in individual little glass thingies. I think they're called goo desserts. And I always just save the little ramekins because they're easy to make desserts, and you can make one big one if you want to, but I like making the little ones because you can actually freeze these. So if you like me and a mum who says no to desserts during the week, then you can just do these. Okay, so we'll start off making the base. So I've got some digestive biscuits. I bought Tesco Value because, in all fairness, I actually think they all taste the same. Some things it is worth spending a lot more on if they do taste a lot better, but I really do believe that Tesco Value biscuits taste exactly the same as the Value biscuits, whatever, as McVitie's one, and they're only 31p. So, pop into a freezer bag, approximately, I don't know, what's that, half a pack of digestives, maybe a little bit more. Okay, there we go. We'll get all the air out of it, out of the freezer bag. Give it a good squeeze to get all the air out. Then I'm going to pop these into another freezer bag, just in case it splits and the crumbs go everywhere. Again, get all the air out, a bit of zip. Okay. Just give them a good bash till you make crumbs. It's quite fun, and if there's someone that you don't like at work, then pretend it's their face. Sorry. Okay. Really easy. And then you have biscuit crumbs. So open these and get your bowl. And just pop them in here. Okay, these do need baking at the end, by the way, so I am preheating my oven to gas mark 4. Just pause that over there a minute. Okay, so you've got your bowl of biscuit crumbs. Might be too many, might be not enough. I really don't know, but I'm not making a big one, I'm making little ones. So it's to make as many as I need. I need some melted butter. So, butter's jammed inside my butter dish, which is nice. Okay. Just normal butter, as the Value butter. So, really try pop this. You need to melt the butter. So, it's probably what? Let me see what's there. 1/4 of a cup, roughly. So you can always add a little bit more if you need it. So I have my 1/4 of a cup of butter, and because this is made of metal, I'm going to put it straight onto my gas hob and melt it. If you've got a glass dish that you're melting in, do not put it onto the hob. Use your smallest saucepan or a frying pan or something. and melt it in the pan. If you put a glass dish directly onto the heat like this, it will crack and you'll get butter everywhere and it'll be just a total mess. And you'll cut yourself. Anyway, so just melting the butter. Phone's plugged into the charger, I don't know if you can see that. It's not. Okay, so I'm just, sorry my video cut out. I don't know if you can see that because my phone is plugged in and charging. I'm just melting the butter in a cup directly on the hob. Takes a couple of minutes to melt. And just keep stirring it gently. And hopefully it won't get too hot because you've got your big blob of butter in the middle, but it doesn't really matter anyway. Just waiting for this to melt. Okay, that's really, really hot now. So you've got your melted butter and you want to just pour it straight in onto the biscuit crumbs. Right, it doesn't matter if there's not enough because we can always make more. It's just melted butter. So yeah, that was about half a cup of melted butter. Just coat all of the biscuit crumbs. These are just plain digestive biscuits. In America it's called graham crackers, but you can use any flavour biscuit you want. Tastes a bit weird with ginger nuts, but if you like other biscuits, you can actually change the flavour of the base. That's actually shown to be totally fine. Right, so all of the biscuit crumbs look wet. Okay, so what we do is we get our dish. We've also got a teaspoon and a tablespoon. So, I'm going to get my tablespoon and put 2 tablespoons of biscuit crumbs in there. Then you just want to squidge it down. To make your base for your lime pie. Okay, once you're done, it'll look like that. Just squidge down about a third of the way up your little dish. If you're making one big one as opposed to loads of little ones, then just keep doing it. Same principle applies even with your big dish. Right, so I've got my little dishes that are filled with biscuit crumbs. I've had enough mixture to make 11 little ones. So the next thing we want to do is get some sour cream and some condensed milk. You can use whatever brand you want. I picked this one because it was on offer at 50p, and this is the only brand that Tesco's do for sour cream. So, where's my can opener? Pop my condensed milk. My measurements are never exact, and I'm really sorry about that. I'm not Paula Dean, Rachel Ray, whoever, I'm just me. And I found that with the majority of the things I cook, it doesn't really matter if you don't have exacts. Okay, so get all of it out of the can. And then you get your sour cream. I've just noticed as well earlier that in all of my videos so far, I'm looking absolutely miserable. So I'm really, really sorry. I don't mean to, I'm just concentrating. And ignore my wrinkly forehead. Okay, so pop the whole, or dollop, the whole thingy of sour cream. Oh, I've not made this easy for myself at all. I'm trying to teach people how to cook and I'm making a whole mess of everything. Okay. This is really nice, and you know, once I actually worked out how many calories are in each of these, and for the individual ones that I make, there's only 60 calories per dessert, so that's got to be amazing just there. It means you can have loads of them and they're really lush. So just give that a little bit of a mix. And then what you need to do now is put lime juice and lime zest in. So these are my limes. I just always buy just one string bag because it's cheaper than buying individuals, and one is plenty. It gives it some really, really nice flavour. Just pop this over here. Okay. So you got the grater. And you want to zest, there's 5 limes in here, you want to zest every single one of them. Now for people that don't know, zest is the bit of the skin that's just the very, very colour of it, not the white stuff underneath. Now I use the little side of the grater, but you can also use that bit if you want to, or the other side if you want to. But I use this one because it's easier, and all you do is just gently do each bit. I don't know if you can see, you're just taking off the top of the colour. Don't use the fat side of the grater because it'll grate all the skin and then it'll taste really, really bitter. So you want to do that with all of these 5 limes. I was calling them lemons then, limes. Right, so now I've zested all of these limes. Just put them to one side for a second. I'm just going to turn this a little bit. Sorry, my knife block's in the way. The zest, a lot of it is in the inside. So I'm just going to pop the zest into our bowl. Turn the plate as well. Straight into our bowl. It's going to give it a really nice colour, you can see straight away. Okay, so you've zested the limes. I'm not one to waste anything at all. So, we're going to use the lime juice. Okay, so, get a knife, just chop it in half. Okay. And all you want to do is squeeze it. All the juice will come out. Make sure you don't get any pips in there, because that won't be very nice when your kids are eating that. And you squeeze all 5 limes into the sour cream, condensed milk and zest mixture. Right, now we've squeezed all, I don't know if you can see that, all 5 limes, and the lime zest is all now into, looks like slop. Okay, so you'll notice I've not used any sugar whatsoever for this. No eggs, no flour apart from what's in the biscuits or anything like that. So, sorry, I've just been running around the kitchen while I pause this. So if you're serving someone who's celiac, who can't have gluten, then use gluten-free biscuits, wheat-free biscuits. There are no eggs in here, so people who are allergic to eggs, just as long as you make sure that they can have the biscuit base, then you're totally fine to serve that for them. So just stir this, and it stops being sloppy and starts getting really nice and thick. So if you can see that. It's kind of a creamy colour with green flecks in it. Right, so as I said, I've managed to have enough biscuit to fill 11 of these little ramekins. I have no idea if my mixture is going to be enough, so that would be quite interesting, because everything I do is just kind of guessed, really. So what we do next is get yourself a ladle and spoon it into the ramekin. Now on my little glass dish there's a little lip, don't know if you can see, just there. So I've done it right up to the lip, so you've still got a few millimetres before the top. Now I'm going to fill all 11 that I've got like that. Right, I've managed to fill 8 of my ramekins and then I ran out of mixture. So that's probably one of the downfalls of never measuring anything. So I've just put these ramekins onto just a normal oven tray. And remember, we preheated the oven to gas mark 4. I'm just going to pop these in the oven just for about 5 minutes or until the top starts getting a little bit of colour on. You don't want too much colour on because it'll burn and it just won't taste very nice, so just a little bit of colour. These have now come out of the oven and you can see they've, I don't know if you can see on the edges are just a little bit bubbly, which is how you want it. Now, if you give them a little bit of a shake, I don't know if I can do this while I'm holding the camera. They are not too wobbly in the middle. Don't be scared to keep them in the oven a little bit more than 5 minutes. If they don't look done, then just keep them in until they don't let them burn, but don't be worried about keeping them in for a little bit longer. So these are now done. You can't see neither me nor the key lime pies, sorry. These are now done, these are your key lime pies. Yay! And once they've cooled down, pop them in the fridge and let them chill for a while. Usually I make these in the morning, ready for dessert in the evening, but once they've cooled down you can freeze them. Just pop a little bit of cling film over the top of it and stick them in your freezer. Obviously make sure that nothing goes on top of them because it will squish them. But yeah, they're really nice. There's no sugar gone into them, so all you've got is the sugar from the biscuits at the bottom. Excuse me. The natural sweetness of the limes mixed with the natural tartness of the limes. So it's really light, really healthy, really nice dessert. And I hope you enjoy it like we do. So, thank you.